karma's not a bitch, she's a mirror. And, you know, this guy's said the wrong shit, and I've been busting my ass, and then sometimes those things happen. And, nah, I beat the guy.
Your wife is in me DMs, hey baby, hit me back up, I'll chat to you later on. We'll be at the after party, the Win nightclub, baby. You looking bitch, you little
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Look, stop that! Chicken! Chicken! Look, I'll have your leg. Right! Right, I'll do you for that. You what? Come here! What are you gonna do, bleed on me? I'm invincible! You're a loony. The Black Knight's always triumphs! Haven't you?
what's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and this has been an epic battle. We've got basically a civil war inside of games journalism right now, as IGN is taking on Kotaku over some garbage articles. And I'm here for it. If you're here for it as well, make sure you click that thumbs up button and you click that red subscribe button down below so you can get notified each and every time I upload. Now, obviously, Kotaku is a garbage video game news outlet. It's a website that has, for a long time, been floundering and is probably on the brink of completely failing. That said, they brought in a new chief editor or whatever, and they promised, I think it was Patricia Hernandez, I think, is that right? She promised to go in a new direction. And within a week, they trotted out the same tired garbage Call of Duty hit piece. And now Ian Walker, the author of said hit piece, is getting absolutely dunked on, not just by the internet, but his fellow journalists. Before we get into all the hilarity of this situation, huge shout out from this video sponsor. Well, time to welcome in this video sponsor. That's right, Keeps. Keeps is a subscription service that focuses on making it easier and more affordable for men to treat their male pattern baldness. With Keeps, you'll have access to online consultations with a real doctor. You'll have automated shipping with delivery to your home and generic options of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss. 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something while you still have hair left. And of course, with Keeps, you can get all the treatment you need right at home. You can message your doctor 24/7 with various questions. And look, prevention is key. Keeps treatments can take 4 to 6 months or more before you start seeing results. So it's important that you act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. Look, I've been going through this and I've been trying everything out there available. I know it's not necessarily about having the hair I had when I was young, but it's about keeping what I have. And if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/thequartering or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. Get yours today. Keep what you got. I know you're all beautiful looking men, and I want you to stay that way. So make sure to use that link in the description to keep yourselves looking beautiful. Where did it all start? Well, it started with a tweet by Kotaku early this morning talking about the new Call of Duty game, complaining that he doesn't work hard enough, or that doing some research for the game wasn't actual work. And of course, this written by a video game journalist who makes 50 grand a year minimum, writing for Kotaku. And I actually want to bring up the initial tweet, as I am sure the ratio is on, but this is yet another example of easy, lazy hate bait. You pick something really happy. It's like that living meme, like the Vice meme. We paid somebody, some freelancer to say something you love is dog poo because it makes money. You know, they had Call of Duty director says visiting Europe and firing old weapons was very hard work. They said sarcastically. A whopping 100 likes. By the way, this is just hilarious that Kotaku is that dead. I mean, you have 2.1 million followers. This cannot be understated. 2.1 million followers, and you can barely muster 100 likes, 200 likes on stuff, and you look at the replies, I feel you see, just look at some of the, I work in law, and at the base level of my job entails reading, sitting down, and standing up and saying things. That might sound like a vacation to many, but I can assure you it's a not. This is lazy sensationalism from a brand I expect far, far more from. While in no way, quote, while in no way do I intend to diminish the often overwhelming amount of work that goes into making video games, except that's exactly what they did. Creative endeavors are still work. Stop trashing on people leading them. Colin Moriarty coming in here. Prediction. The new direction is of Kotaku is on the clock. Tick, tick. This is so carelessly reductive and surface level analysis of what creative directors do in game development. This is from a cinematographer, Sean Finnegan. So you're talking about a games journalist who wrote a clickbait article and just everybody hated it. Hard work and having fun are not mutually exclusive. That's actually a great point too. You can enjoy working hard, and you just have, you know, someone thought this is a good idea to write this, and their boss thought it was a good idea to run the story. Read the article. This isn't news. I don't really understand. I noticed that Kotaku was trending earlier. I thought, okay, they wrote another garbage article. But what's been hilarious is that now IGN and Kotaku are battling. Now, IGN is a shill media outlet too. You know, them coming to the defense of $1 billion corporation and Activision isn't exactly shocking to me. But you can see here, starting out, this is by Sophia Narwitz, always a good follow on Twitter. Game journalists are legit the most two-faced, hypocritical people in the entire gaming landscape. This blogger makes $50 grand a year to write bunk for Kotaku, and he's going to sit there and act like a studio co-founder and former vice president and GM and now current CEO doesn't work hard. You can see Ian Walker. Call of Duty, visiting Europe, shooting old weapons was hard work, you know. And you see here some of the articles. Schofield also mentioned working alongside special forces from different countries while acting as co-director of 2 Call of Duty games, Advanced Warfare and World War II, and supporting Infinity Ward on the 3rd, Modern Warfare 3, during his time at Sledgehammer. While in no way do I intend to diminish the often overwhelming work that goes into video games, the majority of which falls on the grunts rather than leadership, what Schofield is talking about here sounds suspiciously like a vacation. You can also see here, there's no telling what kind of research that will involve, but it's sure to be a great deal more intensive than a nice European vacation and firing an M1 grand or two. And of course, just a garbage take. And now that journalist has been going on the defensive after Mitch Dreyer of IGN called him out. So a journalist from IGN writes, speculation like this sounds like a vacation is classic toxic gamer behavior from a major media outlet, and it reinforces the harassment developers already receive. This is a blatant misunderstanding of game development broadcast on a massive scale. This makes my skin crawl, retweeting the IGN article. To which then Ian writes, bad faith criticism like this is a classic toxic gamer behavior from a major gaming personality, and it reinforces harassment I already receive. Okay. Sure. I mean, the writer is now playing victim because people are criticizing his article. This is typical. And then you can see here, sucks to see someone like Tina, who has gone through her fair share of stuff, contribute to the harassment I'm receiving. But I guess everyone in game dev has to appeal to the chuds at some point. This is the exact meltdown that we needed today to get through and enjoy things. You know, someone tell Ian Walker I blew up an explosive in a desert for a game. From Tina Sanchez, of course. You have a lot of creatives that aren't going to be real happy with this position that you've taken. And, you know, ultimately, you see Ian's here. Hold on a sec. Let me pull up his actual post. Kotaku really hires bargain bin bloggers. Go private already. I think a lot of people were very respectful towards him, and he is still blocked. So you downplay what devs do for research as not hard work, and they criticize you in any fashion, and you resort to a victim complex and shaming them for criticizing you. It's not like the vessel of delivery. You may not like the vessel of delivery, but the feedback is clear. Nobody is appealing to chuds with this. Who is Tina Sanchez? Well, this is Tina who is aspiring to make video games and works at Gravity Well. So another game developer who apparently has worked on New God of War, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, and also over at IGN. So you have, I mean, this is just great. The blue check marks are all getting in. Journalists and ex-journalists misconstruing the article for likes on Twitter. Classy, right? Because piling on Twitter on one writer who had the audacity to say traveling for work might not be super tough, and not execs, and that non-execs get the brunt of the work is so cool. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes, you can work and also enjoy the work, even if it's hard. But the whole thing is hilarious, and Ian's been just melting down. Obviously, I don't want anybody contacting this person, interacting with this person in any way. But they've been melting down all day. Just 5 minutes ago, wait, I'm supposed to be making 6 figures at the job. I need to have a chat with my boss. Actually, it's 5 figures. I'm sorry. Yeah, 50,000 is what was said. And you, of course, say retweet. Call of Duty trailer recklessly promotes far-right conspiracy theory. This is I mean, it's just ridiculous. Man, this guy's burning all the bridges. He's making a real bad impression if he ever wants to leave game journalism and join the dev world. Lamau, this tells you all you need to know about the backlash to my blog. The access journalism to dev studio pipeline is too strong. I mean, what game dev turned you down to make you so angry? Cope. I mean, it's okay to have a bad take. I've probably had more than a dozen of them in my days. But you really don't want to go on full-scale meltdown like what we see here. Weird how being talked about on Reset Era coincides with dramatic uptake in harassing messages. As a supposedly progressive site, they should probably look into that. By the way, I mean, there's only 7 replies. Where are you getting all these messages? They're not on your threads. And also, hello, everybody knows Reset Era is a garbage heap full of harassment and doxing. I mean, they doxed one of my employees happily, because they didn't like a joke he made on Twitter. So it's hilarious to me that they would be pretending to be victims now. Well, I hope they both battle each other into mutually assured destruction, as that's where they're headed anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.